Next on the call from Prairie View A&M, Coach Heishma Northern. Coach Northern, are you with us?
Yes, sir, I am.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good today.
All right, Prairie View over the weekend took on the top team in the FCS, that being North Dakota State. And it's kind of a tough day out for you, wasn't it, Coach?
To say the least.
To say the least.
It started off, I thought we had a chance to move the ball. We saw some things on film that we thought we could take advantage of. And unfortunately, like I say, in my opinion, when you go play a team like that, you have to get off to a good start. And, we had a chance to convert a first down on our very first series and end up with a drop pass. Then they come back and score. We get a couple penalties on their first drive that kept their drive going. They score, and then we come right back and turn the ball over. So, like I say, you're down 10-0 before you can, really get into the groove of the ball game. And then after that, it becomes that, sort of what can go wrong next type of deal, as opposed to, let's make some plays, let's gather ourselves, those types of things. So, it was a good test for our team. I think our guys realized a couple things. Number one, we have to take the weight room and the conditioning program a lot more serious than some of the guys have been, in my opinion. We have to realize that some of those things that we're doing off the field will catch up to you on the field. I think those guys see that now. They had a players-only meeting, and, a lot of times I don't think much comes from that, but from every kid that I've talked to, I just asked, do you think the meeting was productive? And to a man, they all agreed yes. So, we're going to get right back at it. I won't back down from playing those guys anymore. The way I look at it, it's sort of like when you grow up in the neighborhood, you go play street against street, and either you get better or, you don't cower down and not play against that other street because they beat you. You get into a fight, you get ready to fight that same guy the next week. So we just have to do a better job of preparing ourselves, our players, our coaches as well to get ready to beat those teams because, at the end of the day, those guys are not invincible. But, some of our guys, they kept fighting. They made a great showing for themselves, and they'll be rewarded with more playing time. This week we get ready to go to Jackson, who, in my opinion, is one of the more talented ball clubs in the conference. And, I know they're probably licking their wounds and getting ready to play. I don't think we'll come in there and catch them, napping on us, with us coming in without any wins. I think they'll be ready to play. And we better be ready to play ourselves. It can get very ugly in a hurry.
And, of course, that's the SWAC TV game on Saturday with the kickoff at 4 o'clock p.m. At this time, we'll open the floor for questions for Coach Heishma Northern.
Coach Northern, Ken Rashad, TSPN.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned just wanted a comment that you made about the mindset of your team after that North Dakota State game. You mentioned something about them having a better appreciation or respect for the weight room. Can you kind of explain that a little bit more?
Well, I just think if you look at how physical it was, my biggest thing when I talk to my guys is, are they doing anything that we had not prepared for on film? And like I say, to a man, it was yes, Coach, they're doing the same thing. And what I talk about is it was 11 minus football. So we might have, out of those 11 guys on the field, we may have one guy that doesn't do his job that's very critical to the play. And it looks like, like I say, inner city public school football, like nobody's being taught anything where we get hit in the backfield, or we have everyone doing what they're supposed to do except two guys. We gave up a big touchdown coming out of timeout. Every coach on our staff was saying, hey, they're going to go play action. You belong here. Just get deep. Deep is the deepest. And then we give up a long pass. So, those are the types of things that we have to correct. But, I looked a couple times. We may have had a chance to make a good block. One of our receivers may have had a chance to crack on their linebackers. And, the guy sort of runs and, he doesn't really budge when he gets hit by our guys. So that lets me know that we have to get stronger. Our guys have to take it more serious. When you see their receivers maybe coming down and cracking our linebacker and it looks like he's been hit by a tight end, that's what I'm talking about. Our guys will see that the weight room, and not that we allow it because we really can't go in there, but that they will see that, hey, man, when you go in that, this is a time to absolutely get better. If not, you're going to get your butt kicked. Because, like I say, looking at our schedule next year, we're not going to turn down, Southland Conference schools. We're not going to turn down Sun Belt Conference schools or Conference USA schools. Maybe I need to schedule better, but, like I say, I don't believe in running from competition, and that won't happen as long as I'm the head coach here. Maybe I'm dumb for scheduling that way, but I just believe the only way you get better is to play better teams.
More questions for Coach Northern.
Coach Northern, this is Travis down with the Clarion Ledger. How are you this morning?
I'm fine.
Coach, if you could, JSU, their defense returned a lot of starters. They've given up a lot of big plays this year. Does that surprise you to see a veteran group struggle in that area?
Yeah, well, I guess you can say yes, but a lot of times when you have veterans, because I think sometimes we've had that problem here, guys maybe take things for granted. Just say for us right now, Jarvis Wilson is obviously maybe one of our better players. We have 2 to 3 NFL scouts come in and watch him play every week, but he has no sacks right now. So, you end up with guys maybe playing not to get hurt because they don't want to mess up their shot at the NFL. You end up with guys, maybe they know the scheme so well that they don't pay attention in meetings like they did when they were that guy that may have got 10 snaps on defense or they were the special teams guru. That attention to detail may go away, and people may want to blame it all on the coaches, but at the end of the day, it has to be some accountability on those players to pay attention to like I say, the ants and mosquitoes is going to kill you more than the rhinoceros and the elephants. You got to pay attention to the details.
And when you look at their offense, they've swapped quarterbacks back and forth a couple of times now. Do you see any noticeable differences in the offense?
A little bit. You see a little bit more design running plays with one in a game versus the other, but I can tell that those guys are well coached because, when I'm looking at where the quarterback throws the ball, a lot of times they throw it and the receiver may not be open yet, and they do a great job with the back shoulder throws. They do a great job with the throws down the seam right after that slot receiver clears that middle linebacker, or when that crossing route is in between the Mike and the Sam on the opposite side. Those guys, you can tell they've been well coached. Now they may not always complete the throw, but it's you can tell they know where they should go with the ball, and that let me know that they're being coached well, and they have good anticipation.
Thanks, Coach.
Have time for one more question for Coach Northern. Any other questions for Coach Heishma? There we go again, Coach. We did almost got through it, but
Yeah.
for Coach Northern.
Yes,
Any other questions for Coach Northern? All right, Coach. I'd like to thank you for spending a few minutes with us this morning.
Thank you
Talk
as
about
well.
your ball club, and this weekend, of course, you are on the SWAC TV game, 4:00 kickoff down at Jackson State, and we wish you luck with that game, and look forward to speaking with you again next Monday.
Thank you.
All right, that was Coach Heishma Northern.